This is the painful moment when the boy becomes a man, when the father must step aside or be pushed aside. Because he was underage, Bud had to have his parents' permission to join the Marines. Even though Ed did not want Bud to drop out of school, the men of Siouxland did not stand in the way of sons who wanted to fight for their country. Reluctantly, he signed the waiver. About the time Bud announced he was joining the Marines, Curly disappeared. Bud assumed someone had stolen the spaniel because of its reputation, but he was too wrapped up in details about joining the Marines to search for Curly. All things had to be put on hold while he readied himself for war. Bud was 5'2", not exactly what the Marine Corps had in mind when they went looking for a few good men, and weighed 114 pounds. For several days he stuffed himself with bananas, but when he walked into the post office, the Marine Corps recruiter took one look at him, gave him a dime, and sent him across the street to buy more. Bud returned with his stomach protruding, yet when he climbed atop the scales, he topped out at 116 pounds. The minimum weight for a man joining the Marine Corps was 120 pounds. Nevertheless, the Marines granted him a waiver. Ironies abound here. The man who, more than 3 decades later, would become America's most highly decorated military man had to have 2 waivers to begin his military career. A waiver from his parents because of his age, and a waiver from the Marine Corps because of his size. Bud was sworn into the Marine Corps on December 10, a day that, for the rest of his life, would remain special. The day he left Sioux City to begin his training, Bud and his mother rode the streetcar down to the train station. Ed was still angry that his only son was a high school dropout, so he stayed home. At the station, Bud kissed his mother goodbye and walked toward the train. He looked over his shoulder to see his mother leaning against the tan brick wall, and as mothers always do when their sons go away to war, she was weeping. "What is going on with this woman?" Bud thought. "This is not a thing to be crying about." And with that, the teenage river rat boarded the train and headed off to become a Marine.